Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. I am your host, Jay Victor. Welcome to this very special Christmas episode of Official Rules. I hope you and your loved ones had a wonderful Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We certainly had a great one here at the Victor household. Phone lines are open, as well as our email bag, and that's really the only way you could contact us. Sweepstakespodcast at gmail.com. Sweepstakespodcast at gmail.com. Speaking of mailbag, out of our mailbag, our good friend Carolyn Fensel dropped in to say hello, as she does every week, with words of encouragement, but also to let me know that she had a great end-of-year win last week. She actually won the Craftwell Cocktails Seattle Kraken VIP Experience Sweepstakes, which includes 4 tickets to a Seattle Kraken NHL home game in Seattle, Washington during the 24-25 season, an autographed Kraken hockey jersey, and a $500 check for transportation. Total prize value of $1,400. Congratulations, Carolyn. Very well deserved. I'm sure you all have a fantastic time because, in my opinion, nothing better than NHL hockey. So good for you. And certainly happy sweeping. Hope you have a great end of the year this year, and all the best coming up in 2025. So thanks for touching base with us. As we start with every episode, football is on the mind. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm very happy to be out of fantasy football for the year because it wasn't going too great, and even though it was looking promising in the end, it was actually more of a headache than I wanted. So, the TCL Season of More sweepstakes. We are, at this point, 0 for 15. Last week, there was a little confusion because the official rules and the schedule mentioned that the Browns versus Bengals were playing on the 19th, which it looks like that game was flexed out. So I'm not sure if they counted that game to be the one for 50 points. Either way, that one and the actual one that happened on Thursday, none of the teams scored 50 points, which in itself is quite the task, even in today's NFL by today's standards. So a no-go on entry week 15. Coming up for week 16, December 26th. Tomorrow, the Seahawks versus the Bears. I've said before we got a chance. I mean, this one, they're not giving away a ton of TVs. There'll be 13 98-inch TVs given away, retail value just under $4,000. But we are looking for a field goal of 60 or more yards. My kicker for fantasy purposes, Brandon Aubrey for the Dallas Cowboys, he kicked a bunch of 58-yarders the other day. So 60 is certainly not out of the question. And looking at the Seahawks and Bears, there should be a couple of chances for field goals. Hopefully there's one for 60. Can't really say much more than that. We've been holding out hope for 15 weeks at this point with nothing. But here's hoping that changes. Good luck to everybody who participates in that sweepstakes. And especially if you've participated every week for the last 15 weeks, way to hang in there. So this week's top 5, I found a bunch of sweeps that were newer within the last week or so, and that I thought were really interesting, but one especially, starting in at number 5. And I had to read this a couple times and go to their site, and it's a Gleam sweepstakes, so think of that what you may. Some people think it's a grab for followers, which, that's marketing. They whether it's you filling out a form online or following a TikTok and Instagram, visiting a page, they're trying to get clicks. So I understand that. But coming in at number 5, and like I said, I had to read this a couple times, Jersey Mike's and Logitech G TSM end of year giveaway. So Jersey Mike's, the sandwich place, Logitech, the computer peripheral maker, have joined forces in this Gleam contest. Number of entries, obviously, based on the amount of actions you take. But this one is quite short. It runs from December 23rd through December 30th. So you got to open for a week. It's open to all of our friends in the 50 United States, including DC, ages 18 and older. And there's one grand prize, and then 4 second prize winners will get a TSM custom jersey, which I didn't look too much into it. I assume TSM is a gaming group or a gaming clan that participates in competitive gaming. The grand prize winner, and I love computers and computer peripherals, so this one was kind of up my alley. It's kind of a build your own PC type kit, but you're looking at a Lenovo Legion Tower, and it says 5i Gen 8 Intel, which I'm assuming that means maybe i5 Generation 8 Intel processor that comes with the tower, as well as an RTX 4070 Ti Super graphics card. Retail value on that portion, $1,800. A Lenovo Legion 24.5-inch monitor, a Logitech G Pro X2 Lightspeed headset, a G Pro Rapid keyboard, a G Pro Super Light mouse, and a TSM custom jersey. You're looking at a really nice kit to put together a computer. I gotta take a better look at what they mean by 5i. I mean, I'm assuming could it be an i5 processor? Maybe I'm reading that wrong, but either way, I found it interesting that Jersey Mike's teamed up with Logitech and apparently a gaming squad. But I've seen different partnerships in the past, so high five for them for teaming up and offering a great prize with this gaming PC and setup. Coming in at number 5 on this week's top 5. Coming in at number 4, and they are no stranger to the top 5, T-Mobile Tuesdays giveaway. 4 winners will get a $1,000 Amazon gift card. The winners will also get a kid's smartwatch, Wi-Fi hotspot, GPS tracker, and a year of mobile internet. This, of course, is a single entry open to all of our friends in the 50 United States, DC, Puerto Rico, and U.S. Virgin Islands who are at least 16 years old. Like every other T-Mobile Tuesdays contest, this one runs for a week from the 24th of December to December 30th. Great amount of prizes, and especially that $1,000 Amazon gift card. And as always, they're going to give you an offset check as well towards the taxes or whatever you want to use it for. So you're looking at all the gear, a $1,000 Amazon e-gift card, and a check for $773. Again, one and done, single entry, 4 big winners in this week's T-Mobile Tuesdays giveaway. Good luck to everybody who participates in that one. Coming up at number 3, very interesting one, and I like the way the sweepstakes is set up. It is a daily. It's running from December 17th through January 9th, open to all of our friends in the contiguous United States and D.C., ages 21 or older. This is the Rudolph Pork Rinds It's Crunch Time sweepstakes. They're basically going to give you the option of taking a trip for 2 to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. That includes airfare and a hotel stay and game tickets, or if you're not really feeling football or can't make the trip or whatever reason, they'll let you cash out to the tune of $10,000. So, great contest. I love the options. It's fairly short term. It's less than a month. It's a daily, and in the end, you have a bucket list trip to the Super Bowl, or you could pocket $10,000 cash Easy as that. I'll include it in the notes. The Rudolph Pork Rinds It's Crunch Time sweepstakes for your chance to win a trip to the Super Bowl or $10,000. Good luck to everybody there. Number 2, another collaboration, Yahoo and Mr. Beast $10,000 sweepstakes. You do have to download the Yahoo Sports app and log in using your Yahoo ID account. So if you have an email, that's probably the easiest. I will say for this one, it threw me off a couple times because I log in early in the morning to do my sweepstakes, usually around 6:30, 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. But when you open up the app, it says you got to come back at 10 a.m. And there was one day where apparently I didn't log in until much later, and it was too late. So, I mean, there is a certain cutoff time. And then another day I just, I'm like, oh, I'll log in later. I just never logged in. So this contest runs from the 20th to the 29th. I missed out on 2 days. It is a daily. It's open to all of our friends in the 50 United States, including D.C., ages 18 and older who have reached the age of majority. The grand prize, they basically have 10 of them. It's Mr. Beast. He's giving away 10 $10,000 checks for a total retail value of $100,000. Fairly easy. You download the app. The game starts roughly 10 a.m. Eastern time every day, and it's like you're ripping open a pack of cards, and you have to select some guys and some stats that would happen during a game. If you don't know what you're doing, just pick whatever and take your best shot, because, whether you're a professional bettor or an absolute novice, it's anyone's game, because there's no telling what can happen during a football game, college or pro, and just do your best, make the picks, and take a shot of getting $10,000. That's Yahoo and Mr. Beast, $10,000 sweepstakes. Good luck to everybody on that one. And then finally, we've touched on it before, and we usually make a mention of it during the beginning of the show, along with the TCL Season of More sweepstakes, but we're talking about the Toyota Game Day giveaway sweepstakes. So this one originally had a main sweep that started. It was all the way at the bottom of the page. And then they had additional sweepstakes that happened every so often. It wasn't every week or bi-weekly. It was a very kind of odd entry period. But they basically tell you once one ends when the other one begins. So it's a single entry. It is open to all of our friends in the 50 United States and D.C., running through from December 22nd through January 14th. The grand prize, and this is why I made number 1, because I'm a Toyota guy, the brand new 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser. Great looking vehicle. I'm such a Toyota guy. I take a little umbrage with calling this new vehicle a Land Cruiser, because it's not a V8. It's not based looks-wise or size-wise on the old Land Cruiser, but I won't get too much into that. So you're getting a brand new Toyota Land Cruiser, whatever you think about the vehicle, and also $15,000 towards any year-end tax implications. And as far as I know, those Land Cruisers are, if I had to take a guess, in the $70,000 range, if not more. So you will need all of that $15,000. But as I mentioned, it is a single entry. When you go to the link, it's challenge number 8, the Wild Card Playoffs. And again, like the other sweeps, something has to happen, although not nearly as difficult as the TCL sweepstakes. In one first-round matchup of the NFL playoff games are still to be announced because there's still regular season going on. Any points scored in the last 2 minutes of regulation would be last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, essentially, not overtime. It could score you a 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser. So that will be the top entry where it has the black button that says Enter Challenge. The chance to win the Super Bowl tickets is at the bottom of the page, which is a one and done. And then at the very end, you'll see the giveaway schedule. Well, they'll tell you the prizes and the games that have been going on the whole time. And you will eventually see the wild card game there at the bottom. I've already made my entry because the entries obviously were open. So good luck to everybody who enters that. But that Toyota Land Cruiser is something else. That is a really, really nice vehicle, and I certainly hope that one of our listeners out there in podcast land goes ahead and wins that contest, the Toyota Game Day Giveaways Sweepstakes. So before I end this episode, again, I want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas, a wonderful New Year, and a happy holiday season. Thank you so much for tuning in whenever you get a shot. Thank you for the emails, the DMs on Instagram and TikTok, words of encouragement, and in some cases, suggestions and critiques. It definitely helps make my show better, in my opinion. And not only are we in the midst of the Christmas episode, this is episode 21. So we've made it over 20 episodes. There's no stopping. I'll be thinking of some new stuff to do after the new year to kind of expand on the show, see how I can figure out and do some tests to see if this recording software can allow me to Skype or Facebook message, Facebook conference, or Facebook call somebody. Basically, see if I can be a little bit more interactive and talk to a lot of you wonderful folks out there, somewhat live. But, some plans coming up for the new year. We'll see how that works out. We won't go 30 minutes this time because it is a Christmas episode. I want you to get back to your families or your food, or just take a nap and get ready for either going back to work or the rest of your holiday stay. And this has been another episode of Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. Don't forget to email us at sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. I am your host, Jay Victor. Have a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. We will see you all next week. Take care.
This has been a Father and Son production.